Welcome back to Let's Talk Vicksburg. I'm your host, Kynnade Washington, and today we have a couple guests from the District of Innovation. Our first guest today is Mr. Drake. Why don't you start off with telling us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, well, my name is Leandra Drake. I'm the business liaison for the Vicksburg Warren School District, District of Innovation Department, and my background is I'm a 22-year educator with background in all levels of whether it's elementary school, junior high, and high school. I'm a former school administrator. I've also worked here in Mississippi and also in Louisiana, and I'm the father of two boys. Both are here in Vicksburg Warren School District. One attends Vicksburg High School, the other one attends AOI. And I'm also married, been married for almost 20 years now.
Our first question is, what is the District of Innovation?
So the District of Innovation, it is a department in which we've established certain flexibilities that we're allowed because of our District of Innovation designation, where we can be flexible in how we do various things in the school buildings, particularly for our high schools, whether it's with scheduling, teacher certifications, things of that sort. So it really allows us to be creative in what we can and can't do within our high schools.
So what do career coaches do, or academy coaches?
Well, the academy coaches, their jobs are basically the individuals that help support the academies within the high schools. So we have 3 academy coaches, and their primary main focus, we have one that's focused on ACME, which is architecture, construction, mechatronics, and engineering. Our second one is CAB, which is communications, arts, and business, and then HHS, health, human sciences. And each one of them, their focus is to support those academies within both our high schools, whether it's with making sure they have curriculum needs, different meetings and supports, things of that sort, and come with planning for different lessons, pacing, things of that nature.
So what does the Academy Business Liaison do?
Well, in my role, I'm kind of the go-between between the high schools and the business community and the community at large. So I'm the one that makes sure that from a business standpoint, those businesses kind of know what's going on within our schools, how they can support, and how to bring resources to the schools. So I support the high schools only by bringing those individuals in, but also supporting guest speakers, industry tours, internships, work-based learning opportunities, whatever the high school needs as far as the community involvement, I'm the one for it.
So what kind of opportunities do the academies offer to students?
Well, I think they provide so many opportunities from, again, internships, visits, tours, actually get opportunities to interact with the business community, politicians and other community leaders as well. They also provide unique academic opportunities as well with different programs and different opportunities for our students.
What do you like the most about your job?
The thing I like the most about my job is that I get to meet and meet new people within the business community, some business I've never even heard of before, industries that are here in the Vicksburg Warren County community that I didn't know were even here. So getting to know those individuals, those leaders of those different organizations, and also getting them to know that we have great schools here, great teachers, great students, great school leaders here, and letting them know that we need you, we want you to come into our schools, and letting them know that at the same time we want to come to your businesses, whether it's tours, different actions, things of that sort.
So what can the community do to be more involved with the Academy?
So my email address is leandrew.drake@vwsd.org, and my cell phone number is 601-456-6509. Any community, whether it's community-based, business, private sector, or just an individual who wants to get involved with the schools and can bring resources to help our schools and so that we can also benefit them, I'm the one to contact.
Do you have a personal story of a former student that benefited from the Academy High School structure?
So I do know of one student that I actually interacted with in a previous position that I had. She was a student at Warren Central High School. She recently graduated, and she had the opportunity to take part in an internships as an automotive student in one of the actual automotive businesses here in our community. So it benefited her greatly, seeing not only the hands-on side as far as actually repairs and working on vehicles, but she also had a chance to look at some of the backroom accounting aspects of it as well. And as of right now, she still has aspirations to continue education at the community college level.
My final question is, what are Academy Ambassadors and how are they chosen?
So, Academy Ambassadors are a very unique group that we have at our high schools. They are the people that actually are the faces, in my opinion, of the academies. They're the ones that actually will go out and speak to visitors, provide individual or group tours for community people coming into the high schools, and also interacting with our elementary and junior high students as well. So they're the mouthpiece of the academies. They actually, not just for myself and my fellow academy coaches, but they're the ones that can speak to what's happening day to day in each one of the academies. They vary from different academies, and to actually join, it's an application process, but we do expect for you to be academically sound, great attendance, and have a good attitude and disposition. And with giving tours, speaking in front of people is also a requirement as well. So we want people that have great energy, as the kids say, a great vibe, and making sure they let our visitors know they're welcome and this is the best that the school has to offer.
All right, thank you, Mr. Drake, for joining us on Let's Talk Vicksburg.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Our second guest joining us from the District of Innovation is Ms. Hughes. Why don't you start off by telling us about yourself?
Okay, my name is Heather Hughes. I am the HHS District Academy Coach. I have been in the Vicksburg Warren School District since 2003. I got my master's in elementary education and started teaching in 2012. And I was at Bovina Elementary for 9 years. And then I moved to the Academy of Innovation where I taught for 4 years. And then the Academy Coach position came open at Warren Central High School, so I interviewed and got that job. So I was an Academy Coach there for 3 years. And the position came open for the District Academy Coach, so I applied and I've been in this position for a year. I am married to an educator, Mr. Mark Hughes. He's in the district, and I have 2 wonderful children, Lauren and Jaden. Lauren is married and lives in Texas, and Jaden just graduated from the Vicksburg Warren School District last year, and I enjoy teaching and I enjoy working with students. That's my passion, is working with students in the Vicksburg Warren School District.
So what do Academy coaches do?
We play an essential role in the daily operations of the academies in the Vicksburg Warren School District. We work with the leads at the high schools, both Warren Central and Vicksburg High School, on their academy meetings. We also help with the procurement of supplies for the academies. We help with events throughout the Vicksburg Warren School District for the academies, and we also oversee the implementation of the academies all throughout the district, from elementary all the way to the high school.
What kind of opportunities do the academies provide to students?
A wide array of opportunities for them. We provide such things as industry visits for them in the community with the business partners. We provide mock interviews for the juniors and seniors. They have the opportunity to experience real world mock interviews with actual business partners that come into the schools and work with them. There are academy showcases that have happened previously that go on now, that the students can come and see the awesome things that are going on at both high schools, and that's coming up in March. And then trying to think of other things. We do so much with the students. There's internship opportunities that the students have. There are industry certifications that in the district the students have the opportunity to get. So there's a wide array of things that are provided to our students.
What do you like most about your job?
My job. What I like most about it is seeing all the opportunities that the students have because of the academies. It gives them a voice and a choice in their classes and in their career choices, and that to me is such a rewarding experience to be able to see them, to get into the academies and the way that they grow and experience all that we have to offer, and then graduate and go on to do those things that they've experienced in the academy. Now, does every student that is in an academy and chooses a pathway in an academy, do they always do what they experience, what they intended to do when they were in high school? Not everyone, but what it does do is it gives the students the opportunity to see the hundreds of things that they don't want to do and narrow it down, and then when they get into college, if they change their mind, that's okay. But we provided them those opportunities. So,
how can the community be more involved with the academies?
The community can be more involved by providing their skills, the trades, their experiences, their leadership to the academies by contacting the business liaison, Mr. Drake, that was interviewed, and getting in touch with him and saying, I want to be on board with helping with the mock interviews and the industry visits, and I would like to come speak to the students about what's going on in our industry. Community leaders that could come to the school and provide insight to leadership qualifications that would help them grow in their future careers and in their academy experiences. So if they could come and join us and be partnerships, be a partner with us, that would be an awesome experience for.
Do you have a personal story of a former student that's benefited from the academy structure?
Yes, there was a student that graduated he's scheduled to graduate, but he was involved in the academies and just saw him grow, and the experience he had in that helped him to grow in the field that he wanted to go into. And because of the academies and providing the experiences that we have, with him being able to go in and intern with the career field that he had chosen, gave him a great opportunity, and he is moving forward with that and already got opportunities all across the state to participate in things, and he's already moving forward in those things.
My last question is, what are academy ambassadors and how are they chosen?
Okay, academy ambassadors are basically I guess like Mr. Drake said, the face of the academies. They go out, they come and they fill out an application. It's sent out to the junior highs and the high schools, and they fill out an application and they answer some questions about themselves, and then we schedule an interview with them, and they come into the interview, and that interview consists of a panel of like an administrator and a teacher and the lead of the academies and students, other ambassadors, ambassadors that are current ambassadors participate on that panel as well. And so we ask them a few questions, ask them to tell us about themselves, and kind of give them the experiences that they're going to be doing in the district, which they go to the junior highs and lead presentations. They offer presentations at the high schools. We are implementing them going down to the elementary schools this year and doing some Academy 101 or Academy instruction to them. And then also they host the school tours within the district. So we tell them all about that, and then they are chosen as an ambassador, and basically they are given the expectations of what's expected of an ambassador: to be a leader, attendance and watch your tardies, and just being mindful of their assignments when they're out of the classroom. So they are the leaders of the academies, and they do a great job of explaining the academies and being in the community and being the face of the academies.
Thank you, Ms. Hughes, for joining us on Let's Talk Vicksburg, and I hope you had a great time.
Thank you.
Our next guest is Ms. Esparza. Why don't you start off by telling us about yourself?
So I'm a district academy coach. I started teaching about 14 years ago in the district at Warren Central. And then when we started academies, I became an academy coach and have been doing that ever since.
My first question is, what is the District of Innovation?
So the District of Innovation is actually the Department of Innovation in the district. And we started that when we were first designated as a District of Innovation by MDE.
What do academy coaches do?
We kind of organize all things academy. So we work with both high schools and we kind of do a lot of organizing, and we do a lot of meeting and just helping students and teachers implement the academies.
What are the Vicksburg Warren College and Career Academies?
So we have 3 academies. We have ACME, which is Architecture, Construction, Manufacturing, Engineering. We have CAB, which is Communication, Arts, and Business, and HHS, which is Health and Human Services.
What opportunities do the different academies provide to students?
So CAB, I'm the district coach for CAB, and there are a lot of opportunities on campus with CAB. So we have the school store, we have some entrepreneurship classes, so students are able to really work on their artistic talents and produce things for the store, work in the culinary arts lab, those kinds of things. Media arts teams.
What do you like most about your job?
I like dealing with the students most. I do miss that from being in the classroom. But I also like doing a lot of the work that most people don't see, which is kind of organizing things and coming up with innovative ways to implement the academies at the high schools.
How can the community be more involved with the academies?
So there are a lot of opportunities for the community being involved. Business partners can host our students for school tours and industry visits. They can also help with our teachers and implementing the academies with providing externships for our teachers. And then they can help out with providing project ideas and supplies for those that will actually benefit the community at large.
Do you have a personal story of a former student that's benefited from the academy structure?
Yes, there are so many. The one that comes to mind is a student that was bound and determined he was probably not going to graduate and he was just going to go straight to work for his father's company, and he ended up winning a scholarship from a welding award that he had. And he got so excited about that because before the academies he thought that he didn't have any of those opportunities. So that was early on when we started academies, so that was a really good experience for both of us.
What are academy ambassadors and how do they get selected?
So our academy ambassadors go through an application process, and they're kind of the faces of the academies at the high schools. So they host tours for outside stakeholders, but then they also are leaders within the school.
Thank you for joining us on Let's Talk Vicksburg. Our next guest is Miss Melissa Smith. Why don't you start off by telling us about yourself?
I'm Melissa Smith, and this is my 23rd year with the school district. I did 12 years in the classroom, taught biology, AP biology, biology 2. Was a Gator Girl sponsor at the time here at Vicksburg High School. And for 9 years, I was a student service coordinator with our CTE program here, and this is my first year as an academy coach.
All right, my first question is, what are academy coaches?
Academy coaches are individuals that are help with the setup of the career academies. We have 3, myself, Ms. Tracy Esparza, and Heather Hughes. So we help to make sure that our academies are implemented fully within our school district.
What are the Vicksburg Warren College and Career Academies?
So our career academies is set up to allow our students to figure out what they want to do. They're able to pick a pathway of a possible career. An academy, they're able to figure out what college to go to, what career pathway, or even if college is for them. They may want to go to a trade, or they may want to enlist, or they may want to start their own business, or go straight to the workforce. So that's what our career academy is mainly, just to help steer our students into the path that they need to do to be successful.
What type of opportunities do the academies provide for students?
We provide our students with sophomore industry visits. They're able to tour our local businesses in the pathway that they have chosen. Our students are able to do mock interviews. They're able to do internships, and they're able to do more career explorations.
What do you like the most about your job?
I love my job. Every day is something different. We get to provide opportunities to our students, pre-K through 12th, to learn more about career opportunities, just to do more career explorations, because there's so many jobs here in the Warren County, Vicksburg area that we need to let our students know.
How can the community be more involved with the academies?
They can help us through providing internships, mock interview opportunities, allow our students just to tour, be guest speakers within our classes, and just be involved within the school.
Do you have a personal story of a former student that's benefited from the academies?
Well, previously when I was at CTE, I worked with the health science, and many of our students that were enrolled in HHS health science have gone on to become nurses. I have one particular nurse that's a nurse at St. Dominic's, and several students that are currently enrolled in nursing school. So being enrolled in health science and being a part of the HHS Academy was very helpful for them.
What are Academy ambassadors and how are they chosen?
Our Academy ambassadors are official spokespersons for our academies. We're chosen through application process, interview process, and also through our teacher panel.
I would like to thank the Department of Innovation for joining us on Let's Talk Vicksburg.